To this now, the City of Mbombela and the Department of Water and Sanitation have issued an urgent emergency evacuation notice for residents and businesses downstream of the Senteeko Dam near Barberton. Weeks of relentless rain that has already seen Mpumalanga classified as a national disaster area has revealed that the dam's concrete spillway is being dangerously undercut by erosion. While the main earth-fill embankment remains intact, the precarious state of the spillway slab has created an imminent risk of a structural breach that could release 1.82 million cubic meters of water. Let's talk more about this with Head of Specialist Unit at Dam Safety at the Department of Water and Sanitation, that's Wally Ramokopa. Wally Ramokopa, a very good evening to you. Thank you so much for your time. Tell us a little bit more about this urgent public notice that you've issued to residents of some parts of Barberton.
Good evening, Masa, and to the viewers of Newzroom Afrika. Yes, indeed, Masa, Senteeko Dam is actually now at the risk of failure, especially after the floods that have occurred in the provinces of Mpumalanga. And this is due to the erosion that actually occurred on the downstream spillway channel, which is now threatening the spillway because there is undercutting of the spillway slab and water is actually seeping through the embankment. With the clay core of the dam having exposed, this actually heightened the risk of failure of the dam. This is the reason why, as a department, together with local government in Mpumalanga, we are urging people who are living downstream of the dam to actually evacuate and remain evacuated, because the volume of water that we're referring to is equivalent to more than 720 Olympic-sized swimming pools. So we urge the communities, mostly those are the farming community, because fortunately there isn't a densely populated community downstream, but we still do have a farming community downstream of the dam, which we are urging that they should evacuate, because we don't know the time at which this imminent disaster will occur.
So basically evacuate as soon as possible, as in immediately?
Yes, we have issued the evacuation notice a few hours ago already, after we've noticed that the efforts that we did, because we did try to open another channel on the right flank to actually let the water out as a temporary measure, so that we can restrict the flow of water on the main spillway, which is already being undercut. But obviously, with those efforts, we are not able to release a lot of water, because the inflow into the dam is also quite high. Because you can imagine that the catchment is already saturated. There's a lot of water that is actually coming into the dam, which makes it difficult for our efforts to lower the water level.
Yeah, and I believe that this is actually a privately owned dam. When did the owners alert the department about this?
We were alerted as far as early this week. The dam is, yes, indeed owned by, it's a privately owned dam used for irrigation, but the dam is registered with the department. So we were alerted. That is when we started with operations of trying to lower the water level. The owners of the dam also made an attempt by using pumps, but they were not that effective, because the outflow was less than what was coming into the dam.
Is it any way possible that the private owner of this dam could have alerted the department any time sooner? Could this have been avoided?
Well, what I can say is that the channel that is severely eroded, actually, it's something that happened quite a while back, because there was a concrete channel on the spillway, but that got eroded, and then the owners of the dam actually used another method of putting what we call an HDPE liner that was used in an attempt to reduce the amount of erosion on the dam wall. But obviously the HDPE liner didn't function as anticipated, which is why we are seeing this much erosion. So we cannot at the moment say there was negligence from the dam owners, because there have been attempts to actually try and reduce the erosion on the dam.
Wally Ramokopa, thank you so much for your time and that very urgent notice to people living downstream in the Barberton area. That was the head of a specialist unit at Dam Safety at the Department of Water and Sanitation, Wally Ramokopa.